Tonight, we'll embark on a gentle journey with Zen Dreams, the Whispering Veil, a soothing collection of stories to guide you into deep, restful sleep, where each tale unveils a path to tranquil insight. Picture a misty ravine at dusk, where steep cliffs rise on either side, their surfaces shrouded in a thick veil of silver fog that swirls gently in the fading light of a sky, painted with hues of deep purple and soft amber. The air is cool, scented with the damp tang of moss and the faint freshness of unseen ferns hidden within the mist, each breath syncing with the ravine's quiet hum, a tender pulse of peace that drifts through the evening calm. A distant stream trickles softly, its sound a quiet thread weaving through the fog, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene embrace. Your body rests heavily, as if the ravine's mossy earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the tranquil presence of now. Before you settle into a comfortable position, take a moment to support this channel with a like and subscription if it feels right for you. I'd love to know where you're listening from. Share in the comments below, connecting us across this wondrous world. Now, let your body sink into whatever supports you. Take one deep breath with me now, and as you exhale, know that you've begun a journey that will carry you to tranquil insight. Imagine a young fisherman named Taro, who lives by a remote river where the art of casting nets has been his family's way of life for generations. Taro's hands are skilled at mending nets and hauling fish, but his heart carries a quiet turmoil. He feels torn between the duty to provide for his village and a deep yearning for inner wisdom, a stillness that pulls him beyond the river's banks. One dusk, as the misty ravine near his home glows under the fading light, Taro sits on a damp stone, his family's tattered net fragment clutched in his hands, its frayed threads a symbol of his restless spirit. His breath quickens with chaos, his fingers tracing the net's edges as he whispers to the ravine, "Why can't I find my peace?" From the mist emerges a Zen monk named Rin, his ash-gray robes blending with the fog, his face serene as the still air itself. Rin carries a staff etched with wave patterns, its tip tapping gently on the moss, his eyes meeting Taro's with a warmth that feels like the sun's last rays. "What stirs your soul, fisherman of the mist?" Rin asks, his voice soft as the streams trickle. Taro hesitates, then replies, "I fish as my duty demands, but I long for inner wisdom. I feel so turbulent." Rin gazes at the mist, its swirling dance a quiet presence in the dusk. "Does the fog resist the cliffs?" he asks. Taro watches the mist flow around the stone, its movement shaping the ravine without struggle, and feels a flicker of understanding. Rin hands him a small moss-covered pebble, its surface cool and damp, a piece of the ravine's calm to hold as they sit. "Feel your turmoil," he says, "for in its flow, you'll find your insight." Taro holds the pebble, its coolness grounding him, his turmoil softening as the ravine's mist wraps around him. They sit together in the dusk, the stream's trickle deepening, and Taro's heart begins to steady, like the mist settling into the cliffs. That night, he dreams of a ravine where every whisper sings of peace, waking with a heart ready to journey deeper The Buddha taught insight begins with accepting the mind's chaos. In this embrace, you find tranquility. This Zen principle of tranquil insight invites you to feel your turmoil without resistance, allowing inner peace to rise from its depths, like a misty ravine shaping the cliffs. Some traditions believe insight requires meditative practice to quiet the mind, while others see it as a natural calm. When you flow with the present, Rin's lesson to tarot reflects this. The mists dance, like an insightful heart, brings peace when you accept your turmoil. Its stillness, a guide to tranquil insight, like a stream murmuring through the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a serene spirit. What does this mean for you? Tarot's turmoil mirrors your own when you feel chaotic in your life. Perhaps a conflict between duty and desire, a restless mind, or a search for peace, like a fisherman tangled in his nets. The misty ravine, its fog flowing with the cliffs, is like tranquil insight. It invites you to feel your chaos without fighting it, letting serenity emerge from its movement, like a pebble resting in the mist, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with calm. Zen teaches that resisting turmoil creates unrest, but acceptance brings clarity, like a ravine's whisper in the dusk, allowing you to sleep with a peaceful heart and rise with a tranquil spirit, as if insight has always been within reach. Rin's moss-covered pebble, cool and damp, shows that insight begins with embrace, breathing, flowing with your chaos, its texture a spark of calm, like a single drop in the stream. His misty presence, one with the ravine's rhythm, embodies a life of serene awareness, each moment a flow of peace, like a cliff standing in the fog. The ravine's cool air, scented with moss, mirrors your capacity to find insight, each breath a chance to rest in life's gentle flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative acceptance to reach insight, others, the spontaneous tranquility of a flowing heart. Both paths lead to the same ravine. Insight whispers clarity, like a mist weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the mist's flow, soft and serene, shaping through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a turmoil within? Perhaps a pull between duties, a restless heart? Notice it gently, like a ripple in the ravine. What sensations stir? A racing mind? A tense breath? Let them settle, like moss on the stone. You might reflect on a moment you felt chaotic, as tarot did. What would it feel like to accept your turmoil? To find insight like the ravine's calm embrace? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a stream in the air. Imagine sitting with Rin, the pebble in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The ravine whispers, insight flows, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to embrace, to rest in life's luminous rhythm. As you exhale, feel your heart quiet, ready to carry this peace into your dreams, awakening with serenity tomorrow. The misty ravine's insightful turmoil fades, and now you walk into an echoing hollow where a shallow basin lies nestled between steep, moss-covered cliffs, their surfaces reverberating with the soft hum of a gentle breeze that weaves through the stone, creating a resonant stillness that fills the air. The hollow's floor is carpeted with fine gravel and scattered ferns, their fronds trembling slightly with each whisper of wind. a quiet sanctuary of calm in the twilight's embrace. The air is cool, scented with the damp tang of moss and the faint earthiness of whetstone, each breath slowing to match the hollow's tranquil rhythm. A tender pulse of stillness in the dusk's stillness. A small frog rests on a rock, its quiet presence a symbol of serene patience, drawing you deeper into this moment's peaceful quietude. Your body rests heavily, as if the hollow's earthy ground cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met in the misty ravine, walks into this echoing hollow beside the Zen monk Rin, the moss-covered pebble from their last meeting still in his satchel, its cool dampness a reminder of the insight he's beginning to feel amidst his chaos. The ravine's flowing mist has steadied his turbulent heart, but a subtle restlessness lingers, a mind that hums with scattered thoughts, drowning out the stillness he needs to deepen his tranquil insight. They step into the hollow, the frog's calm presence, and the wind's echo, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Taro listens to the cliff's gentle hum, their sound a soothing balm against his inner noise, and turns to Rin. I've accepted my turmoil, he says, but my mind still buzzes with thoughts. How do I find stillness to see more clearly? Rin pauses by a fern, his ash-gray robes blending with the moss, his eyes tracing the frog's poised stillness, his face serene as the hollow's green expanse. Hear the echo, he says, his voice soft as the wind's whisper. Taro closes, his eyes feeling the hollow's resonance, the wind's hum settling his thoughts into a quiet pool, a mirror of stillness amidst the cliff's calm. Rin shares a story of a hermit named Soma, who once meditated in a hollow like this, his heart heavy with a restless mind, thoughts of past catches, future needs, keeping him unsettled, his insight lost in the clamor. Soma meditated with agitation until one twilight he saw a frog like this, its stillness teaching him to let the wind's echo quiet his thoughts, to find peace within the hum. The frog's calm gave Soma clarity, his heart serene for the first time, his meditation a dance of stillness with the cliffs. Rin picks up a small, smooth stone from the gravel, its surface cool and resonant, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the hollow stillness to hold as they sit. Let thoughts settle, he says. Taro holds the stone, its coolness grounding him, his breath slowing as he mirrors the frog's tranquil pose, his restless mind fading like echoes in the dusk. Rin sits beside him, the frog's quiet rest a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart deepen, his journey now a path of stillness. That night, he dreams of a hollow where every echo sings of peace, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with a quiet mind. The Buddha taught, stillness is the gateway to wisdom. In quietude, the mind finds its truth. This Zen principle of stillness invites you to let thoughts drift without clinging, discovering insight in the silence beneath, like a frog resting in an echoing hollow. Some traditions believe stillness requires meditative practice to still the mind, while others see it as a natural state when you release distraction. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The frog's pose, like a still heart, brings peace when you let thoughts flow, its quietude a guide to tranquil insight, like a wind humming through the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a serene spirit. What does this mean for you? Tarot's restlessness mirrors your own when your mind is filled with noise, perhaps scattered thoughts, unresolved worries, or a restless heart, like a hermit lost in his own clamor. The echoing hollow, its frog standing in silent grace, is like stillness. It invites you to let your thoughts settle, finding insight in the quiet beneath, like a stone holding the wind's echo, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with peace. Zen teaches that clinging to thoughts creates chaos, but stillness brings clarity, like a frog's reflection in the moss, allowing you to sleep with a calm heart and rise with a tranquil spirit, as if silence has always been your guide. Rinse, smooth stone, cool and resonant, shows that stillness begins with release, breathing, letting go of noise, its texture a spark of calm, like a single hum in the hollow. His twilight presence, one with the hollow's rhythm, embodies a life of inner quiet, each moment a flow of peace, like a cliff shaped by the wind. The hollow's cool air, scented with moss, mirrors your capacity to find stillness, each breath a chance to rest in the mind's serene flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative stillness to quiet the mind. Others, the spontaneous clarity of a still spirit. Both paths lead to the same hollow. Stillness whispers insight, like an echo weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the frog's pose, soft and still, resting through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a restless mind? Perhaps a stream of thoughts, a buzzing heart? Notice it gently, like a whisper in the hollow. What sensations stir? A tense breath? A heavy mind? Let them drift like gravel in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment your thoughts raced, as Tarot did. What would it feel like to let them settle, to find stillness like the frog's calm presence? No need to answer. Let the question fade like mist in the air. Imagine sitting with Rin, the stone in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The hollow whispers, stillness calms. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to release noise, to rest in life's quiet flow. As you exhale, feel your heart deepen, ready to carry this peace into your dreams, awakening with serenity tomorrow. The echoing hollows still calm fades, and now you walk through an amber forest at twilight, where towering trees with golden brown bark rise into a canopy that glows with a warm, honeyed light, their leaves casting dapple patterns across the forest floor in shades of deep orange and fading violet. The air hums with a gentle rustle of leaves, their movement creating a soft symphony of connection, a quiet sanctuary of compassion in the dusk's embrace. The ground is carpeted with fallen amber leaves and moss, their textures blending into a rich tapestry, while a faint breeze carries the earthy scent of resin. The air is warm, scented with the sweet tang of amber and the subtle freshness of moss, each breath slowing to match the forest's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of kindness in the twilight's glow. A deer moves silently through the trees, its gentle gaze, a symbol of caring presence, drawing you deeper into this moment's warm empathy. Your body rests heavily, as if the forest's earthy ground cradles you, each exhale softening into the radiant peace of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met in the echoing hollow, walks through this amber forest beside the Zen monk Rin, the smooth stone from their last meeting still in his satchel, its cool resonance a reminder of the stillness he's beginning to embrace within his restless mind. The frog's quiet presence has quieted his scattered thoughts, bringing him peace, but a quiet hardness lingers, a reluctance to feel for others, a focus on his own struggles that dims his tranquil insight. They move deeper into the forest, the deer's tender presence and the amber glow a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Taro watches the deer step with a gentle awareness, its eyes reflecting care for the forest, and turns to Rin. "I've found a stillness in my mind," he says, "but I struggle to care for others' pain. How do I find compassion to connect?" Rin pauses by a glowing tree, his ash-gray robes catching the amber light, his eyes tracing the deer's compassionate gaze, his face serene as the forest's golden expanse. "Feel its heart," he says, his voice soft as the leaves rustle. Taro observes the deer, its movement a quiet act of presence, tending to the forest's balance with a caring spirit, a mirror of compassion amidst the amber calm. Rin shares a story of a forester named Soma, who once worked in a forest like this, his heart closed off by self-focus, preoccupied with his trees, his own toil, unaware of a neighbor's grief. His compassion dimmed by isolation, Soma tended alone until one twilight he saw a deer like this, its gaze teaching him to feel the neighbor's loss, to offer a helping hand. The deer's compassion softened Soma's heart, his spirit warm with empathy for the first time, his life a shared light in the forest's glow. Rin plucks a small amber leaf, its surface glossy with resin, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the forest's compassion to hold as they sit. "Extend your care," he says. Taro holds the leaf, its warmth grounding him, his breath softening as he mirrors the deer's gentle presence, his hardness fading like shadows in the amber light. Rin sits beside him, the deer's step a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart open, his journey now a path of compassion. That night, he dreams of a forest where every leaf warms another, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with kindness. The Buddha taught, compassion is the bridge to all hearts. In caring, you find your own peace. This Zen principle of compassion, metta, urges you to extend kindness to others, softening your spirit through connection, like a deer tending the forest. Some traditions believe compassion requires meditative practice to cultivate empathy, while others see it as a natural response to shared existence. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The deer's gaze, like a compassionate heart, brings peace when you care for others. Its warmth, a guide to tranquil insight, like a leaf glowing in the dusk, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a kind spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's hardness mirrors your own when you focus only on yourself, perhaps overlooking others' struggles, feeling disconnected or hesitating to give, like a forester lost in his own work. The amber forest, its deer moving with care, is like compassion. It invites you to open your heart, extending warmth to others as part of your journey, like an amber leaf catching the light, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with empathy. Zen teaches that self-focus dims your peace, but compassion brings connection, like a deer's step linking the trees, allowing you to sleep with a warm heart and rise with a caring spirit, as if kindness has always been your bridge. Rin's amber leaf, glossy with resin, shows that compassion begins with giving, breathing, offering care, its warmth a spark of empathy, like a single glow in the forest. His twilight presence, one with the forest's rhythm, embodies a life of compassionate awareness, each moment a gift to others, like moss thriving on the ground. The forest's warm air, scented with resin, mirrors your capacity to feel compassion. Each breath, a chance to rest in shared humanity. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative compassion to open the heart, others the spontaneous warmth of a caring spirit. Both paths lead to the same forest. Compassion whispers insight, like an amber glow weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the deer step, soft and kind, moving through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a hardness within, perhaps a disconnection, a focus on your own path? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the forest. What sensations stir? A closed heart, a distant thought? Let them soften like leaves in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you withheld care, as Taro did. What would it feel like to extend kindness, to feel compassion like the deer's gentle gaze? No need to answer. Let the question drift like a rustle in the air. Imagine sitting with Rin, the amber leaf in your hand, its warmth grounding you. The forest whispers, compassion warms, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to give, to rest in life's shared light. As you exhale, feel your heart open, ready to carry this empathy into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The amber forest's compassionate glow fades, and now you walk toward a vale, cascade at twilight, where a series of thin, shimmering waterfalls spill down a mossy cliff face, their waters catching the deep indigo and soft amber of the fading sky, creating a delicate curtain of mist that dances in the air. The cascade's gentle flow fills the surroundings with a soft roar, its mist blending with the cliff's greenery, a quiet sanctuary of release in the dusk's embrace. The air is cool, scented with the damp tang of moss and the faint freshness of falling water, each breath slowing to match the cascade's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of letting go in the twilight stillness. A kingfisher darts through the mist, its swift flight, a symbol of effortless release, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene freedom. Your body rests heavily, as if the cascade's misty earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met in the amber forest, walks toward this vale cascade beside the Zen monk Rin. the amber leaf from their last meeting still in his satchel, its glossy warmth a reminder of the compassion he's beginning to embrace for others. The deer's gentle gaze has opened his heart to kindness, softening his focus on self. But a quiet attachment lingers, clinging to old habits and fears, a weight that dims his tranquil insight. They approach the cascade, the kingfisher's free flight, and the water's flow, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Taro watches the kingfisher dive with abandon, releasing itself to the mist's embrace, and turns to Rin. "I've learned to feel compassion for others," he says, "but I hold on to old fears. How do I let go to find more peace?" Rin stands by the waterfall's edge, his ash-gray robes catching the mist's glow, his eyes tracing the kingfisher's swift dive, his face serene as the cascade's indigo expanse. "Feel its release," he says, his voice soft as the waters murmur. Taro observes the kingfisher, its flight a letting go of struggle, moving with the cascade's flow without resistance, a dance of freedom amidst the misty calm. Rin shares a story of a traveler named Soma, who once rested by a veil cascade like this, her heart heavy with attachment to a lost home, clinging to memories, fearing change, her insight dimmed by the past. Soma lingered with burden until one twilight she saw a kingfisher like this, its dive teaching her to release her hold, to let the water carry her fears away. The kingfisher's letting go gave Soma lightness, her heart free with peace for the first time, her journey a flow of liberation with the mist. Rin cups his hands to catch a few droplets, their coolness shimmering briefly, and hands Taro a small water-worn pebble, a piece of the cascade's release to hold as they sit. "Let go with the flow," he says. Taro holds the pebble, its coolness grounding him, his breath softening as he mirrors the kingfisher's effortless dive, his attachments fading like mist in the twilight. Rin sits beside him, the kingfisher's flight a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart lift, his journey now a path of letting go. That night, he dreams of a cascade where every drop frees his spirit, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with lightness. The Buddha taught, letting go is the key to freedom. In release, you find the peace within. This Zen principle of letting go invites you to release attachments, finding tranquil insight in the flow of the present, like a kingfisher diving with a cascade. Some traditions believe letting go requires meditative practice to dissolve clinging, while others see it as a natural liberation when you cease holding on. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The kingfisher's dive, like a released heart, brings peace when you let go, its freedom, a guide to tranquil insight, like a waterfall murmuring in the dusk, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a light spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's attachment mirrors your own when you cling to the past, perhaps holding on to fears, old habits, or regrets, like a traveler bound by lost memories. The veil cascade, its kingfisher moving with ease, is like letting go. It invites you to release your attachments, finding freedom in the presence flow, like a pebble worn by the water, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with lightness. Zen teaches that clinging creates burden, but letting go brings clarity, like a kingfisher's flight cutting through the mist, allowing you to sleep with a free heart and rise with a peaceful spirit, as if release has always been your path. Rin's water-worn pebble, cool with the cascade's touch, shows that letting go begins with surrender, breathing, releasing the past, its smoothness a spark of peace, like a single droplet in the flow. His twilight presence, one with the cascade's rhythm, embodies a life of liberated awareness, each moment a release to the current, like a cliff shaped by the water, the cascade's cool air, scented with moss, mirrors your capacity to let go, each breath a chance to rest in life's gentle stream. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative, letting go to dissolve attachments, others the spontaneous freedom of a flowing heart. Both paths lead to the same cascade. Letting go whispers insight, like a veil shimmering with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the kingfisher's dive, soft and free, flowing through this moment's quiet. Can you sense an attachment, perhaps a fear, an old habit, a past weight? Notice it gently, like a mist on the cascade. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a tense grip? Let them lift, like water in the air. You might reflect on a moment you held on, as Taro did. What would it feel like to let go, to find release, like the kingfisher's graceful flight? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a breeze in the mist. Imagine sitting with Rin, the pebble in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The cascade whispers, letting go frees. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to release, to rest in life's luminous flow. As you exhale, feel your heart lighten, ready to carry this freedom into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The veil cascade's liberating flow fades, and now you walk into a silent glade where a circular clearing opens beneath a canopy of ancient trees, their branches interwoven to form a natural roof that filters the deep indigo and soft amber of the twilight sky into a gentle, dappled light. The glade's floor is covered with a soft carpet of fallen leaves and wild violets, their colors blending into a serene mosaic, while a faint breeze carries the quiet rustle of leaves, a sanctuary of presence in the dusk's stillness. The air is cool, scented with the earthy tang of decaying leaves and the subtle sweetness of blooming violets, each breath slowing to match the glade's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of mindfulness in the twilight's embrace. A small deer fawn rests in the center, its gentle breathing a symbol of full presence, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant awareness. Your body rests heavily, as if the glade's earthy ground cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the peaceful presence of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met at the Veil Cascade, walks into this silent glade beside the Zen monk Rin, the water-worn pebble from their last meeting, still in his satchel, its cool smoothness a reminder of the letting go he's beginning to embrace from his attachments. The kingfisher's swift dive has lifted his clinging to old fears, bringing him freedom, but a quiet distraction lingers, a mind that drifts from the present, missing the depth of each moment, dimming his tranquil insight. They enter the glade, the fawn's peaceful presence, and the leaves rustle, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Taro watches the fawn rest with full attention, its breath sinking with the glade's stillness, and turns to Rin. "I've let go of my attachments," he says, "but my mind wanders from the now. How do I find presence to stay here?" Rin sits on a mossy log, his ash-gray robes catching the dappled light, his eyes tracing the fawn's attentive gaze, his face serene as the glade's violet expanse. "Feel its breath," he says, his voice soft as the leaves rustle. Taro observes the fawn, its presence a quiet immersion in the moment, every breath a connection to the glade's calm, a mirror of mindfulness amidst the forest's stillness. Rin shares a story of a seeker named Soma, who once meditated in a glade like this, his heart distracted by past regrets and future plans, his presence lost in the drift, his insight dimmed by absence. Soma sought with scattered focus, until one twilight he saw a deer fawn like this, its breath teaching him to stay in the now, to feel the glade's life fully. The fawn's presence gave Soma depth, his heart light with mindfulness for the first time, his meditation a dance of presence with the leaves. Rin plucks a small violet, its petals delicate and fragrant, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the glade's presence to hold as they sit. "Live in this moment," he says. Taro holds the violet, its coolness grounding him, his breath slowing as he mirrors the fawn's attentive rest, his wandering mind fading like shadows in the twilight. Rin sits beside him, the fawn's gentle breath a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart anchor, his journey now a path of presence. That night, he dreams of a glade where every leaf holds the now, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with full awareness. The Buddha taught, presence is the heart's anchor. In the now, you find true insight. This Zen principle of presence invites you to immerse yourself fully in the moment, discovering tranquil insight through mindful awareness. Like a deer fawn resting in a silent glade, some traditions believe presence requires meditative practice to center the mind, while others see it as a natural clarity when you let go of past and future. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The fawn's breath, like a present heart, brings peace when you stay in the now. Its mindfulness, a guide to tranquil insight, like a violet blooming in the dusk, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a centered spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's distraction mirrors your own when your mind drifts, perhaps lost in past regrets or future worries, missing the present's depth. Like a seeker scattered by thoughts, the silent glade, its fawn living with full attention, is like presence. It invites you to anchor in the now, finding insight through mindful awareness, like a violet resting in the leaves, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with clarity. Zen teaches that wandering thoughts cloud your way, but presence brings insight, like a fawn's breath sinking with the forest, allowing you to sleep with a steady heart and rise with a mindful spirit, as if the moment has always held wisdom. Rin's violet, delicate and fragrant, shows that presence begins with being, breathing, living here, its softness a spark of calm, like a single leaf in the glade. His twilight presence, one with the glade's rhythm, embodies a life of mindful awareness, each moment a full embrace, like a tree standing in the light. The glade's cool air, scented with violets, mirrors your capacity to find presence, each breath a chance to rest in life's quiet flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative presence to center the mind, others, the spontaneous clarity of a present heart. Both paths lead to the same glade. Presence whispers insight, like a rustle weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the fawn's rest, soft and present, settling through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a distraction, perhaps a wandering mind, adrift from the now? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the glade. What sensations stir? A restless heart? A scattered thought? Let them anchor, like a leaf on the ground. You might reflect on a moment you felt absent, as Taro did. What would it feel like to stay here, to find presence like the fawn's gentle breath? No need to answer. Let the question fade, like mist in the air. Imagine sitting with Rin, the violet in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The glade whispers, presence anchors, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to live now, to rest in life's luminous rhythm. As you exhale, feel your heart deepen, ready to carry this awareness into your dreams. Awakening with peace tomorrow. The silent glade's present calm fades, and now you walk along a twilight ridge where a narrow path winds through a landscape of rolling hills, their slopes cloaked in shadows that deepen under a sky of deep indigo and fading rose, the last light casting a gentle glow across the ridge's edge. The ridge is lined with hardy shrubs and scattered stones, their silhouettes standing firm against the evening breeze, creating a quiet sanctuary of connection in the dusk's stillness. The air is cool, scented with the earthy tang of dry grass and the subtle freshness of mountain air, each breath slowing to match the ridge's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of empathy in the twilight's embrace. A mountain hare pauses on the path, its eyes reflecting a deep understanding, drawing you deeper into this moment's warm compassion. Your body rests heavily, as if the ridge's ancient earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met in the silent glade, walks along this twilight ridge beside the Zen monk Rin, the violet from their last meeting still in his satchel, its delicate fragrance a reminder of the presence he's beginning to embrace in each moment. The fawn's attentive rest has anchored his mind in the now, bringing him focus, but a quiet detachment lingers. Struggle to feel the pain of others, a distance that dims his tranquil insight. They traverse the ridge, the hare's understanding, gaze, and the hill's stillness, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Taro watches the hare pause with a gentle awareness, its eyes holding a silent empathy for the ridge's quiet life, and turns to Rin. I've found presence in the moment, he says, but I struggle to feel others' struggles. How do I find empathy to connect? Rin stops by a shrub, his ash-gray robes catching the fading light, his eyes tracing the hare's compassionate stare, his face serene as the ridge's indigo expanse. Feel its gaze, he says, his voice soft as the breezes rustle. Taro meets the hare's eyes, sensing a shared depth, its presence a quiet bridge to the pain and joy around him, a mirror of empathy amidst the ridge's calm. Rin shares a story of a villager named Soma, who once lived near a ridge like this, his heart closed to others' hardships, focused on his fishing, unaware of a friend's sorrow, his empathy dimmed by self-absorption. Soma lived with distance, until one twilight he saw a mountain hare like this, its gaze teaching him to feel his friend's grief, to offer a listening ear. The hare's empathy softened Soma's heart, his spirit warm with connection for the first time, his life a shared light on the ridge. Rin plucks a small grass blade, its green vibrant against the dusk, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the ridge's empathy to hold as they sit. See their pain, he says. Taro holds the blade, its coolness grounding him, his breath softening as he mirrors the hare's understanding gaze, his detachment fading like shadows in the twilight. Rin sits beside him, the hare's quiet step a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart open, his journey now a path of empathy. That night, he dreams of a ridge where every gaze connects him to others, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with compassion. The Buddha taught, empathy is the heart's bridge. In feeling others, you find your own peace. This Zen principle of empathy invites you to connect with others' struggles, softening your spirit through understanding, like a mountain hare gazing with care. Some traditions believe empathy requires meditative practice to cultivate compassion, while others see it as a natural response to shared existence. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The hare's stare, like an empathetic heart, brings peace when you feel others' pain. Its connection, a guide to tranquil insight, like a breeze whispering in the dusk, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a kind spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's detachment mirrors your own when you distance yourself from others, perhaps overlooking their struggles, feeling disconnected, or avoiding their pain. Like a villager absorbed in his own world, the twilight ridge, its hair offering a gentle gaze, is like empathy. It invites you to feel others' experiences, building a bridge to your own peace, like a grass blade swaying in the wind, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with connection. Zen teaches that detachment dims your insight, but empathy brings clarity, like a hare's eyes reflecting the ridge, allowing you to sleep with a warm heart and rise with a compassionate spirit, as if understanding has always been your link. Rin's grass blade, cool and vibrant, shows that empathy begins with feeling, breathing, seeing their pain, its freshness a spark of care, like a single leaf in the dusk. His twilight presence, one with the ridge's rhythm, embodies a life of empathetic awareness, each moment a connection to others, like a stone standing through the breeze. The ridge's cool air, scented with grass, mirrors your capacity to empathize, each breath a chance to rest in shared humanity. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative empathy to build compassion, others, the spontaneous warmth of a connected heart. Both paths lead to the same ridge. Empathy whispers insight, like a twilight glow weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the hair's gaze, soft and empathetic, flowing through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a detachment? Perhaps a distance from others, an unfeeling heart? Notice it gently, like a shadow on the ridge. What sensations stir? A closed mind? A cool thought? Let them soften, like grass in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you felt disconnected, as Taro did. What would it feel like to feel their pain? To find empathy, like the hare's gentle understanding? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a rustle in the air. Imagine sitting with Rin, the grass blade in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The ridge whispers, empathy connects. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to see their heart, to rest in life's shared light. As you exhale, feel your heart open, ready to carry this compassion into your dreams, awakening with peace. Tomorrow, the twilight ridge's empathetic glow fades, and now you climb a whispering peak where a steep summit rises against a sky of deep indigo and fading rose, its rocky surface etched with natural grooves that hum softly with the wind, creating a gentle, resonant murmur that fills the air. The peak is crowned with sparse, wind-bent grasses and scattered stones, their stillness a quiet testament to introspection. Amidst the evening's calm, the air is cool, scented with the sharp tang of weathered rock and the faint earthiness of dry moss, each breath slowing to match the peak's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of reflection in the dusk's embrace. A mountain eagle perches on a high ledge, its wise gaze scanning the horizon, drawing you deeper into this moment's insightful serenity. Your body rests heavily, as if the peak's ancient stone cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met on the twilight ridge, climbs this whispering peak beside the Zen monk Rin, the grass blade from their last meeting still in his satchel, its cool vibrancy a reminder of the empathy he's beginning to embrace for others' struggles. The hare's understanding gaze has opened his heart to connection, softening his detachment, but a quiet blindness lingers, a failure to reflect on his own journey, to learn from his past, dimming his tranquil insight. They ascend the peak, the eagle's wise presence, and the wind's murmur, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Taro listens to the peak's gentle hum, its sound a call to look inward, and turns to Rin. I've learned to feel others' pain, he says, but I don't reflect on my own path. How do I find wisdom through reflection? Rin pauses by a weathered stone, his ash-gray robes catching the fading light, his eyes tracing the eagle's thoughtful stare, his face serene as the peak's indigo expanse. Hear its voice, he says, his voice soft as the wind's whisper. Taro closes his eyes, feeling the peak's resonance, the wind's hum guiding his thoughts to his past, struggles, growth, lessons, a mirror of reflection amidst the peak's calm. Rin shares a story of a sage named Soma, who once meditated on a peak like this, his heart blind to his own journey. He fished and toiled, but never looked back. His wisdom dimmed by unexamined life, Soma sought with haste, until one twilight he saw a mountain eagle like this, its gaze teaching him to reflect, to see his resilience in past storms. The eagle's reflection gave Soma insight, his heart light with self-understanding. For the first time, his life a dance of wisdom with the wind. Rin picks up a small, wind-smoothed rock, its surface cool and etched, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the peak's reflection to hold as they sit. "Look within your past," he says. Taro holds the rock, its coolness grounding him, his breath slowing as he mirrors the eagle's introspective gaze, his blindness to his journey fading like shadows in the twilight. Rin sits beside him, the eagle's steady watch a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart deepen, his journey now a path of reflection. That night, he dreams of a peak where every whisper reveals his wisdom, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with self-awareness. The Buddha taught, reflection is the mirror of the soul. In looking back, you find the light ahead. This Zen principle of reflection invites you to examine your past with wisdom, discovering tranquil insight through self-understanding, like a mountain eagle gazing from its perch. Some traditions believe reflection requires meditative practice to gain perspective, while others see it as a natural clarity when you turn inward. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The eagle's stare, like a reflective heart, brings peace when you look within. Its wisdom, a guide to tranquil insight, like a wind humming in the dusk, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a wise spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's blindness mirrors your own when you avoid your past, perhaps overlooking lessons, rushing forward, or ignoring your growth, like a sage blind to his own journey. The whispering peak, its eagle offering a thoughtful gaze, is like reflection. It invites you to look within your past, finding insight through self-awareness, like a rock etched by the wind, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with understanding. Zen teaches that ignoring the past clouds your path, but reflection brings clarity, like an eagle's eyes scanning the horizon, allowing you to sleep with a clear heart and rise with a luminous spirit, as if wisdom has always been within reach. Rin's wind-smoothed rock, cool and etched, shows that reflection begins with looking back, breathing, seeing your story, its texture, a spark of peace, like a single groove in the stone. His twilight presence, one with the peak's rhythm, embodies a life of reflective awareness, each moment a lesson from the past, like a cliff standing through time. The peak's cool air, scented with moss, mirrors your capacity to reflect, each breath a chance to rest in life's wise flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative reflection to insight insight, others, the spontaneous wisdom of a thoughtful heart. Both paths lead to the same peak. Reflection whispers insight, like a whisper weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the eagle's gaze, soft and reflective, Scanning through this moment's quiet, can you sense a blindness to your past? Perhaps an unexamined journey, a rush forward? Notice it gently, like a shadow on the peak. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a scattered mind? Let them settle, like a rock in the wind. You might reflect on a moment you overlooked your growth, as Tarot did. What would it feel like to look within, to find reflection like the eagle's steady watch? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a breeze in the air. Imagine sitting with Rin, the rock in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The peak whispers, reflection lights. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to see your past, to rest in life's luminous flow. As you exhale, feel your heart deepen, ready to carry this wisdom into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The whispering peak's reflective calm fades, and now you walk through a frosted vale at dawn, where a gentle valley opens beneath a sky of soft peach and pale blue, its slopes covered with a delicate layer of frost that sparkles in the first light, illuminating the rugged terrain. The vale is dotted with frost-kissed shrubs and patches of icy grass, their resilience a quiet testament to perseverance amidst the morning stillness. The air is crisp, scented with the sharp tang of frost and the faint earthiness of frozen earth, each breath slowing to match the vale's steady rhythm, a tender pulse of endurance in the dawn's embrace. A mountain goat stands on a frost-covered rock, its sure-footed stance a symbol of persistent strength, drawing you deeper into this moment's resolute peace. Your body rests heavily, as if the vale's icy earth steadies you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of Tarot, the young fisherman you met on the Whispering Peak, walks through this frosted vale beside the Zen monk Rin, the wind-smoothed rock from their last meeting still in his satchel, its cool etching a reminder of the reflection he's beginning to embrace through his past. The eagle's thoughtful gaze has deepened his self-awareness, bringing him wisdom, but a quiet weariness lingers, a fear that the effort to pursue his inner journey will exhaust him, dimming his tranquil insight. They move through the vale, the goat's steady presence, and the frost's sparkle, a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Tarot watches the goat navigate the icy slope with patient determination, its hooves finding footing with grace, and turns to Rin. "I've reflected on my past," he says, "but I fear the effort ahead will tire me. How do I find endurance to continue?" Rin pauses by a frost-covered shrub, his ash-gray robes catching the sunrise's glow, his eyes tracing the goat's resolute step, his face serene as the vale's peach expanse. "Feel its stride," he says, his voice soft as the breezes rustle. Taro observes the goat, its movement a balance of effort and poise, enduring the frost with steady strength, a symbol of perseverance amidst the vale's challenge. Rin shares a story of a climber named Soma, who once traversed a vale like this, her heart heavy with weariness. She sought a mountain shrine, but doubted her strength, her endurance dimmed by fatigue. Soma climbed with hesitation, until one dawn she saw a mountain goat like this, its stride teaching her to persist with gentle resolve. to embrace the effort with patience. The goat's endurance gave Soma fortitude, her heart light with persistence for the first time, her journey a dance of strength through the frost. Rin breaks off a small frost-dusted twig, its surface cold yet resilient, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the veil's endurance to hold as they walk. Persist with grace, he says. Taro holds the twig, its coolness grounding him, his breath slowing as he mirrors the goat's determined stride, his weariness fading like frost in the sunrise. Rin walks beside him, the goat's steady climb a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart strengthen, his journey now a path of endurance. That night, he dreams of a vale where every step fuels his resolve, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with unwavering patience. The Buddha taught, endurance is the strength of the steadfast. With it, you overcome all weariness. This Zen principle of endurance invites you to persist with grace, embracing effort as part of your path, like a mountain goat navigating a frosted vale. Some traditions believe endurance requires meditative resolve to build fortitude, while others see it as a natural strength when you accept the journey. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The goat's stride, like an enduring heart, brings peace when you persist with patience. Its resilience, a guide to tranquil insight, like a frost sparkling in the dawn, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a strong spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's weariness mirrors your own when you fear the effort of your path, perhaps a dread of challenges, a reluctance to persist, or a sense of exhaustion, like a climber doubting her strength. The frosted vale, its goat moving with grace, is like endurance. It invites you to persevere with steady effort, embracing the journey's demands, like a twig enduring the cold, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with resolve. Zen teaches that weariness weakens your spirit, but endurance brings clarity, like a goat's hooves finding footing, allowing you to sleep with a steadfast heart and rise with a patient spirit, as if every step has always been possible. Rin's frost-dusted twig, cold yet resilient, shows that endurance begins with persistence, breathing, moving forward. Its coolness, a spark of strength, like a single gleam on the veil. His dawn-lit presence, one with the veil's rhythm, embodies a life of enduring awareness, each moment a step through trials, like a shrub thriving in the frost. The veil's crisp air, scented with earth, mirrors your capacity to endure, each breath a chance to rest in life's steady flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative endurance to face effort, others, the spontaneous resilience of a patient heart. Both paths lead to the same veil. Endurance whispers insight, like a frost glowing with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the goat's stride, soft and enduring, climbing through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a weariness, perhaps a fear of effort, a doubt in persistence? Notice it gently, like a shadow on the veil. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a tired breath? Let them steady, like a rock in the frost. You might reflect on a moment you felt weary, as Taro did. What would it feel like to persist, to find endurance like the goat's graceful step. No need to answer. Let the question drift, like mist in the air. Imagine walking with Rin, the twig in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The veil whispers, endurance strengthens. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to persist, to rest in life's luminous flow. As you exhale, feel your heart fortify, ready to carry this resolve into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The frosted veil's enduring strength fades, and now you walk into a starlit hollow where a shallow depression opens beneath a sky ablaze with countless stars, their silver light cascading into the hollow's smooth sandy floor, illuminating scattered rocks and delicate night-blooming flowers in a dance of ethereal beauty. The hollow is silent, save for the occasional rustle of a gentle breeze stirring the sand, creating a quiet sanctuary of hope in the midnight's stillness. The air is cool, scented with the dry tang of sand and the subtle sweetness of nocturnal blossoms, each breath slowing to match the hollow's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of hope in the starlit embrace. A night owl perches on a rock, its soft hoot a symbol of resilient optimism, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant possibility. Your body rests heavily, as if the hollow's sandy earth cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the peaceful presence of now Taro, the young fisherman you met in the frosted vale, walks into this starlit hollow beside the Zen monk Rin, the frost-dusted twig from their last meeting still in his satchel, its cold resilience, a reminder of the endurance he's beginning to embrace in his efforts. The goat's steady stride has fortified his resolve to pursue his inner journey, but a quiet despair lingers, a doubt that his quest for wisdom will ever bear fruit, dimming his tranquil insight. They enter the hollow, the owl's hopeful presence and the starlight's glow a silent lesson in the midnight's light. Taro watches the owl perch with quiet optimism, its hoot rising above the silence, and turns to Rin. "I've found endurance for my path," he says, "but I doubt my wisdom will grow. How do I find hope to keep believing?" Rin sits on a sandy rise, his ash-gray robes catching the starlight's glow, his eyes tracing the owl's steady gaze, his face serene as the hollow's silver expanse. "Feel its song," he says, his voice soft as the owl's hoot. Taro listens to the owl, its call a thread of hope weaving through the night, a mirror of optimism amidst the hollow's calm. Rin shares a story of a dreamer named Soma, who once rested in a hollow like this, her heart heavy with despair. She sought inner peace, but feared her efforts were futile, her hope dimmed by doubt. Soma dreamed with hesitation, until one midnight she heard a night owl like this, its hoot teaching her to trust in the star's light, to hold hope for her journey. The owl's hope gave Soma faith, her heart light with possibility for the first time, her dreams a dance of optimism under the stars. Rin picks up a small starlit pebble, its surface cool and glowing, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the hollow's hope to hold as they sit. "Trust the light," he says. Taro holds the pebble, its coolness grounding him, his breath slowing as he mirrors the owl's hopeful call, his despair fading like shadows in the starlight. Rin sits beside him, the owl's hoot a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart lift, his journey now a path of hope. That night, he dreams of a hollow where every star fuels his faith, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with renewed belief. The Buddha taught, hope is the lamp in the darkness. With it, you find the way to peace. This Zen principle of hope encourages you to trust in life's possibilities, even in doubt, like a night owl singing under the stars. Some traditions believe hope requires meditative faith to nurture the spirit, while others see it as a natural light when you open to the present. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The owl's hoot, like a hopeful heart, brings peace when you trust the journey. Its optimism, a guide to tranquil insight, like a star glowing in the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a bright spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's despair mirrors your own when you doubt your path. Perhaps a fear that efforts will fail, a loss of faith, or a dimming of hope, like a dreamer questioning her peace. The starlit hollow, its owl calling with grace, is like hope. It invites you to trust in life's possibilities, finding insight through belief, like a pebble catching the starlight, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with optimism. Zen teaches that despair clouds your way, but hope brings clarity, like an owl's song lifting the silence, allowing you to sleep with a light heart and rise with a hopeful spirit, as if faith has always been within reach. Rin's starlit pebble, cool with the night's glow, shows that hope begins with trust, breathing, believing in the light, its shimmer, spark of faith. Like a single star in the hollow, his starlit presence, one with the hollow's rhythm, embodies a life of hopeful awareness, each moment a ray of possibility. Like sand shaped by the breeze, the hollow's cool air, scented with blossoms, mirrors your capacity to find hope, each breath a chance to rest in life's radiant flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative hope to sustain faith, others the spontaneous joy of a trusting heart. Both paths lead to the same hollow. Hope whispers insight, like a star weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the owl's hoot, soft and hopeful, rising through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a despair? Perhaps a doubt in your path, a fear of failure? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the hollow. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a dim thought? Let them lift like sand in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you lost hope, as Taro did. What would it feel like to trust the journey? To find hope like the owl's steady call? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a whisper in the air. Imagine sitting with Rin, the pebble in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The hollow whispers, hope lights, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to believe, to rest in life's luminous rhythm. As you exhale, feel your heart lift, ready to carry this faith into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The starlit hollow's hopeful glow fades, and now you walk toward an amber veil at dusk, where a dense curtain of golden brown leaves hangs from ancient trees, their edges catching the deep crimson and fading violet of the sky, creating a shimmering barrier that filters the light into a warm, honeyed glow. The veil rustles softly with a gentle breeze, its leaves blending into a rich tapestry that covers the forest floor, a quiet sanctuary of unity in the twilight's stillness. The air is warm, scented with the sweet tang of amber resin and the faint earthiness of fallen leaves, each breath slowing to match the veil's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of connection in the dusk's embrace. A family of foxes moves through the veil, their presence a symbol of shared harmony, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant togetherness. Your body rests heavily, as if the veil's earthy ground cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the peaceful presence of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met in the starlit hollow, walks toward this amber veil beside the Zen monk Rin, the starlit pebble from their last meeting still in his satchel, its cool glow a reminder of the hope he's beginning to embrace in his journey. The owl's resilient hoot has lifted his despair, instilling faith, but a quiet sense of separation lingers, a feeling that his quest sets him apart, disconnecting him from the world around him. They approach the veil, the fox's united presence, and the amber glow, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Taro watches the foxes move together, their reflections in the leaves linking them to the forest, and turns to Rin. "I've found hope for my path," he says, "but I feel alone. In my journey, how am I part of the whole?" Rin stands beneath the veil, his ash-gray robes catching the golden light, his eyes tracing the fox's harmonious steps, his face serene as the veil's amber expanse. "See their weave," he says, his voice soft as the leaves rustle. Taro gazes at the veil, its leaves interlocking in a unified glow, each part reflecting the others, a web of connection amidst the forest's vastness. Rin shares a story of a gatherer named Soma, who once wandered an amber veil like this, her heart heavy with isolation. She collected resin, but felt her work set her apart, her unity with others dimmed by solitude. Soma gathered alone, until one dusk, she saw a family of foxes like this, their movements teaching her that her resin warmed the village hearths, linking her to all life. The fox's unity gave Soma belonging, her heart light with connection. For the first time, her life a thread in the forest's song. Rin plucks a small amber leaf, its surface glossy with resin, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the veil's unity to hold as they sit. "You are part of the pattern," he says. Taro holds the leaf, its warmth grounding him, his breath softening as he feels his journey reflected in the veil's unity, his separation fading like shadows in the twilight. Rin sits beside him, the fox's quiet steps a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart expand. His journey now a path of unity. That night, he dreams of a veil where every leaf connects him to others, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey as part of the whole. The Buddha taught, all life is interwoven in a single fabric. In unity, you find peace. This Zen principle of unity reveals that your journey is threaded into a greater whole, each moment a part of a shared existence. Like an amber veil linking the forest. Some traditions believe unity requires meditative insight to see this connection, while others see it as a lived truth in community. Rin's lesson to tarot reflects this. The veils weave, like your life, binds you to a greater tapestry. Its harmony, a guide to tranquil insight, like a fox moving through the light, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a connected spirit. What does this mean for you? Tarot separation mirrors your own when you feel isolated in your path. Perhaps a sense that your journey is solitary, a longing to belong, or a disconnect from others. Like a gatherer working alone under the veil, the amber veil, its leaves reflecting a united glow, is like unity. It invites you to see your journey as part of a shared whole, each step a thread in life's fabric, like a fox linking the forest, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with connection. Zen teaches that isolation creates loneliness, but unity brings insight, like an amber leaf catching the dusk, allowing you to sleep with a linked heart and rise with a unified spirit, as if you've always been part of the pattern. Rin's amber leaf, warm with resin, shows that unity begins with seeing, breathing, feeling your place. Its gloss, a spark of connection, like a single reflection in the veil. His twilight presence, one with the forest's rhythm, embodies a life of united awareness, each moment a link in the whole, like leaves blending on the ground. The veil's warm air, scented with resin, mirrors your capacity to find unity, each breath a chance to rest in life's harmonious flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to see interdependence, others the spontaneous joy of a connected heart. Both paths lead to the same veil. Unity whispers insight, like an amber glow weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the fox's step, soft and united, moving through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a separation? Perhaps a longing to belong? A sense of being apart? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the veil. What sensations stir? A quiet ache, a distant heart? Let them blend like light in the leaves. You might reflect on a moment you felt alone, as Tarot did. What would it feel like to see yourself as part of the whole, like a thread in the veil's golden weave? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a breeze in the air. Imagine sitting with Rin, the amber leaf in your hand, its warmth grounding you. The veil whispers, unity connects, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to feel the whole, to rest in life's radiant rhythm. As you exhale, feel your heart expand, ready to carry this connection into your dreams, awakening with peace. Tomorrow, the amber veil's unifying glow fades, and now you walk into a mist spiral at dusk, where a winding path of gray mist curls inward through a narrow ravine, its tendrils catching the deep crimson and fading violet of the sky, creating a hypnotic dance of light and shadow across the rocky terrain. The spiral hums with a gentle breeze, its mist weaving around jagged stones and sparse ferns, a quiet sanctuary of purpose in the twilight's stillness. The air is cool, scented with the damp tang of mist and the faint freshness of hidden moss. each breath slowing to match the spiral's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of intention in the dusk's embrace. A mist falcon glides through the spiral, its wings a steady arc of focused flight, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant clarity. Your body rests heavily, as if the spiral's misty earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the peaceful presence of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met at the Amber Vale, walks into this mist spiral beside the Zen monk Rin, the amber leaf from their last meeting still in his satchel, its warm gloss a reminder of the unity he's beginning to feel with others. The fox's harmonious steps have woven him into a shared tapestry, but a quiet aimlessness lingers, a lack of clear intention in his actions, leaving his tranquil insight unfocused. They navigate the spiral, the falcon's purposeful glide, and the mist's flow, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Taro watches the mist falcon soar with deliberate intent, its flight cutting through the fog with precision, and turns to Rin. "I've found unity with others," he says, "but my actions lack purpose. How do I find intention to guide my way?" Rin pauses at the spiral's curve, his ash-gray robes catching the mist's glow, his eyes tracing the falcon's steady wing, his face serene as the spiral's violet expanse. "See its flight," he says, his voice soft as the breezes. Taro observes the falcon, its movement a focused thread, navigating the mist with clear intent, a mirror of purpose amidst the spiral's calm. Rin shares a story of a wanderer named Soma, who once traveled a mist spiral like this, her heart heavy with aimlessness. She roamed the land, but drifted without direction, her insight dimmed by lack of focus. Soma wandered with uncertainty until one dusk she saw a mist falcon like this, its flight teaching her to set her intent, to guide her steps with purpose. The falcon's intention gave Soma clarity, her heart light with direction for the first time, her journey a dance of mindful purpose with the mist. Rin picks up a small, mist-dampened stone, its surface cool and smooth, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the spiral's intention to hold as they sit. "Guide with your heart," he says. Taro holds the stone, its coolness grounding him, his breath slowing as he mirrors the falcon's intentional flight, his aimlessness fading like fog in the twilight. Rin sits beside him, the falcon's glide a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart align, his journey now a path of intention. That night, he dreams of a spiral where every flight shapes his way, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with purposeful clarity. The Buddha taught, "Intention is the compass of the mind. With it, you walk the path to peace." This Zen principle of intention invites you to guide your actions with mindful purpose, finding tranquil insight through focused direction, like a mist falcon navigating the spiral. Some traditions believe intention requires meditative practice to align the heart, while others see it as a natural clarity when you set your will. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The falcon's flight, like an intentional heart, brings peace when you guide with purpose, its focus a guide to tranquil insight, like a mist swirling in the dusk, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a steady spirit. What does this mean for you? Tarot's aimlessness mirrors your own when your actions lack direction, perhaps drifting through tasks, unsure of your goals, or feeling unfocused, like a wanderer lost in the mist. The mist spiral, its falcon soaring with intent, is like intention. It invites you to guide your way with mindful purpose, finding insight through clear direction, like a stone shaped by the mist, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with focus. Zen teaches that aimlessness clouds your path, but intention brings clarity, like a falcon's wing cutting through the fog, allowing you to sleep with a directed heart and rise with a purposeful spirit, as if your compass has always been within. Rin's mist-dampened stone, cool and smooth, shows that intention begins with guiding, breathing, setting your will, its coolness a spark of peace, like a single curve in the spiral. His twilight presence, one with the spiral's rhythm, embodies a life of intentional awareness, each moment a step with purpose, like a fern standing in the mist. The spiral's cool air, scented with moss, mirrors your capacity to find intention, each breath a chance to rest in life's clear flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative intention to align actions, others, the spontaneous clarity of a focused heart. Both paths lead to the same spiral. Intention whispers insight, like a mist weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the falcon's flight, soft and intentional, soaring through this moment's quiet. Can you sense an aimlessness, perhaps a drift in your actions, a lack of direction? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the mist. What sensations stir? A restless mind, a scattered heart. Let them align, like a stone in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you felt purposeless, as Tarot did. What would it feel like to guide your way, to find intention like the falcon's steady glide? No need to answer. Let the question drift like a whisper in the air. Imagine sitting with Rin, the stone in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The spiral whispers, intention guides, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to set your purpose, to rest in life's luminous rhythm. As you exhale, feel your heart align, ready to carry this focus into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The mist spiral's intentional clarity fades, and now you walk toward a silent spring at dusk, where a clear pool of still water emerges from a rocky basin, its surface reflecting the deep indigo and soft amber of the fading sky, surrounded by smooth stones and delicate ferns that thrive in the quiet. The spring's gentle ripple is almost imperceptible, its waters blending with the surrounding moss and fallen leaves, creating a quiet sanctuary of harmony in the twilight's stillness. The air is cool, scented with the crisp tang of spring water and the faint freshness of damp earth, each breath slowing to match the spring's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of balance in the dusk's embrace. A dragonfly hovers above the pool, its wings a delicate dance of equilibrium, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene unity. Your body rests heavily, as if the spring's earthy ground cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the radiant peace of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met in the mist spiral, walks toward this silent spring beside the Zen monk Rin, the mist-dampened stone from their last meeting still in his satchel, its cool smoothness a reminder of the intention he's beginning to embrace in his actions. The falcon's purposeful flight has guided his path with focus, bringing him direction. But a subtle discord lingers, a struggle to balance his fishing duties with his quest for wisdom, leaving his tranquil insight unsettled. They approach the spring, the dragonfly's harmonious hover, and the water's stillness, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Taro watches the dragonfly glide with effortless balance, its wings aligning with the spring's calm, and turns to Rin. "I've found intention for my path," he says, "but my duties and wisdom clash. How do I find harmony to unite them?" Rin kneels by the spring's edge, his ash-gray robes catching the water's reflection, his eyes tracing the dragonfly's graceful dance, his face serene as the spring's indigo expanse. "Feel its wings," he says, his voice soft as the waters ripple. Taro dips his hand into the cool water, feeling its steady flow merge with the spring's silence, a perfect harmony of nature and stillness, a mirror of balance amidst the forest's calm. Rin shares a story of a healer named Soma, who once tended a spring like this, her heart torn between healing the sick and seeking her own meditation. Her days a discord of roles. Soma worked with tension, until one dusk she saw a dragonfly like this, its flight teaching her to align, caring by day, meditating by night, her life a harmony of both. The dragonfly's balance gave Soma peace, her heart light with unity. For the first time, her journey a dance of harmony with the water. Rin plucks a small water lily leaf, its green surface glossy with dew, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the spring's harmony to hold as they sit. "Unite your flow," he says. Taro holds the leaf, its coolness grounding him, his breath slowing as he mirrors the dragonfly's balanced hover, his discord between duties and wisdom fading like ripples in the twilight. Rin sits beside him, the dragonflies dance a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart center, his journey now a path of harmony. That night, he dreams of a spring where every drop blends his world, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with balance. The Buddha taught, harmony arises when all parts align. In this balance, you find peace. This Zen principle of harmony encourages you to unite life's roles, duty and passion, effort and rest, finding tranquil insight in their equilibrium, like a dragonfly hovering over a silent spring. Some traditions believe harmony requires meditative practice to align the heart, while others see it as a natural rhythm when you embrace all aspects. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The dragonfly's dance, like a harmonious heart, brings peace when roles unite, its balance a guide to tranquil insight, like a ripple echoing in the dusk, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a centered spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's discord mirrors your own when you struggle to balance life's demands. Perhaps a clash between work and passion, responsibility and peace, or duty and desire. Like a healer torn between roles, the silent spring, its dragonfly moving with grace, is like harmony. It invites you to unite life's parts, finding balance in their blend. Like a water lily floating on the surface, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with equilibrium. Zen teaches that resisting alignment creates tension, but harmony brings insight like a dragonfly's wings syncing with the water, allowing you to sleep with a balanced heart and rise with a harmonious spirit, as if all parts have always flowed together. Rin's water lily leaf, glossy with dew, shows that harmony begins with union, breathing, blending roles. Its coolness, a spark of peace, like a single ripple in the spring. His twilight presence, one with the spring's rhythm, embodies a life of balanced awareness, each moment a harmony of parts, like a stone resting by the water. The spring's cool air, scented with earth, mirrors your capacity to find harmony, each breath a chance to rest in life's balanced flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative harmony to align roles, others the spontaneous balance of an accepting heart. Both paths lead to the same spring. Harmony whispers insight, like a pool glowing with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the dragonfly's hover, soft and harmonious, gliding through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a discord within? Perhaps a pull between duties and desires, a clash of roles? Notice it gently, like a ripple in the spring. What sensations stir? A racing mind, a heavy heart? Let them merge, like mist in the air. You might reflect on a moment you felt unbalanced, as Tarot did. What would it feel like to unite your parts, to find harmony like the dragonfly's graceful dance? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a drop in the water. Imagine sitting with Rin, the water lily leaf in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The spring whispers, harmony blends. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to align, to rest in life's luminous flow. As you exhale, feel your heart center, ready to carry this balance into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The silent spring's harmonious flow fades, and now you walk through a glowing pass at dusk, where a narrow path cuts between towering cliffs, their surfaces aglow with veins of luminescent moss that cast a soft green light reflecting the deep indigo and fading crimson of the fading sky. The pass hums with a gentle breeze that stirs the moss, its light blending with the cliff's shadows, creating a quiet sanctuary of freedom in the twilight's stillness. The air is cool, scented with the earthy tang of moss and the faint freshness of damp stone, each breath slowing to match the pass's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of liberation in the dusk's embrace. A swift peregrine falcon soars through the pass, its wings a symbol of unshackled spirit, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant release. Your body rests heavily, as if the pass's glowing earth cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the peaceful presence of No. Taro, the young fisherman you met at the silent spring, walks through this glowing pass beside the Zen monk Rin, the water lily leaf from their last meeting still in his satchel, its glossy dew a reminder of the harmony he's beginning to embrace between his duties and wisdom. The dragonfly's balanced dance has united his roles, bringing him peace, but a quiet confinement lingers, a sense of being bound by old patterns and expectations, dimming his tranquil insight. They move through the pass, the falcons free, flight and the mosses glow, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Taro watches the peregrine soar with unrestrained joy, its wings cutting through the pass with liberation, and turns to Rin. "I've found harmony in my roles," he says, "but I feel trapped by old ways. How do I find liberation to be free?" Rin pauses by a glowing cliff, his ash-gray robes catching the moss's light, his eyes tracing the falcon's swift glide, his face serene as the pass's green expanse. "Feel its wings," he says, his voice soft as the breeze's hum. Taro observes the falcon, its flight a release from confinement, moving with the pass's flow without restraint, a dance of freedom amidst the glowing calm. Rin shares a story of a pilgrim named Soma, who once traveled a pass like this, her heart heavy with bondage to tradition, clinging to rituals, fearing change, her insight dimmed by restriction. Soma journeyed with tension until one dusk she saw a peregrine falcon like this, its flight teaching her to break free, to liberate her spirit from old chains. The falcon's liberation gave Soma lightness, her heart free with peace for the first time, her pilgrimage a dance of freedom. With the moss, Rin touches a luminescent moss patch, its glow transferring to his fingers, and hands Taro a small, moss-lit pebble, a piece of the pass's liberation to hold as they sit. "Free your spirit," he says. Taro holds the pebble, its coolness grounding him, his breath softening as he mirrors the falcon's unshackled flight, his sense of confinement fading like shadows in the twilight. Rin sits beside him, the falcons soar a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart lift, his journey now a path of liberation. That night, he dreams of a pass where every glow frees his soul, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with unbound peace. The Buddha taught, liberation comes from breaking the chains of habit. In freedom, you find true insight. This Zen principle of liberation invites you to release old patterns, discovering tranquil insight through an unshackled spirit. Like a peregrine falcon soaring through the pass, some traditions believe liberation requires meditative practice to dissolve attachments, while others see it as a natural freedom when you let go of restriction. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The falcon's flight, like a liberated heart, brings peace when you break free. Its release a guide to tranquil insight, like a moss glowing in the dusk, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a light spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's confinement mirrors your own when you feel bound by habits, perhaps old routines, societal expectations, or self-imposed limits. Like a pilgrim tied to tradition, the glowing pass, its falcon gliding with ease, is like liberation. It invites you to break free from these chains, finding insight through an open spirit, like a moss-lit pebble, catching the light, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with freedom. Zen teaches that confinement clouds your path, but liberation brings clarity, like a falcon's wings cutting through the air, allowing you to sleep with a free heart and rise with a peaceful spirit, as if release has always been your birthright. Rin's moss-lit pebble, cool with the pass's glow, shows that liberation begins with breaking free, breathing, letting go of old ways. Its luminescence, a spark of peace, like a single vein in the cliff. His twilight presence, one with the pass's rhythm, embodies a life of liberated awareness. Each moment a flight from restriction, like a stone standing in the light. The pass's cool air, scented with moss, mirrors your capacity to find liberation, each breath a chance to rest in life's unbound flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative liberation to dissolve habits, others the spontaneous freedom of an open heart. Both paths lead to the same pass. Liberation whispers insight, like a glow weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the falcon's soar, soft and free, gliding through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a confinement? Perhaps an old habit, a binding expectation? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the pass. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a tense mind? Let them lift like mist in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you felt restricted, as Tarot did. What would it feel like to break free, to find liberation, like the falcon's swift flight? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a whisper in the air. Imagine sitting with Rin, the pebble in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The pass whispers, liberation frees. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to release, to rest in life's luminous flow. As you exhale, feel your heart lift, ready to carry this freedom into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The glowing pass's liberating light fades, and now you walk through a cracked stone valley at dusk, where a rugged landscape of split boulders and fractured rock rises from the earth, their surfaces reflecting the deep crimson and fading violet of the sky in a mosaic of raw beauty. The valley hums with a gentle breeze that stirs the dust between the stones, its silence broken only by the occasional shift of a rock, a quiet sanctuary of authenticity in the twilight's stillness. The air is cool, scented with the dry tang of stone and the faint earthiness of desert soil, each breath slowing to match the valley's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of genuineness in the dusk's embrace. A rock hyrax rests on a cracked boulder, its steady presence a symbol of unpretentious truth, drawing you deeper into this moment's honest calm. Your body rests heavily, as if the valley's rocky earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Tarot, the young fisherman you met in the glowing pass, walks through this cracked stone valley beside the Zen monk Rin, the moss-lit pebble from their last meeting still in his satchel, its cool luminescence a reminder of the liberation he's beginning to embrace from old patterns. The peregrine falcon's swift flight has freed his spirit, bringing him lightness, but a quiet unease lingers, a fear of hiding his true self, of presenting a false face to the world, dimming his tranquil insight. They move among the cracked stones, the hyrax's authentic presence, and the valley's glow, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Tarot traces a boulder's fracture, its inner light shining through, and turns to Rin. "I've found liberation from my past," he says, "but I fear not being my true self. How do I find authenticity to live honestly?" Rin sits on a cracked stone, his ash-gray robes catching the valley's reflection, his eyes tracing the hyrax's calm stance, his face serene as the valley's violet expanse. "See its truth," he says, his voice soft as the breezes hum. Taro gazes at the cracked stone, its fissures revealing a glowing core, each break a testament to resilience, time, pressure, and honesty, making it whole in its raw authenticity. Rin shares a story of a stonecutter named Soma, who once worked in a valley like this, his heart heavy with unease. He carved stones, but shaped them to please others. Fearing rejection, his authenticity dimmed by conformity, Soma crafted with hesitation, until one dusk, he saw a rock hyrax like this, its presence teaching him to honor his true craft, to create with genuine heart. The hyrax's authenticity gave Soma strength, his heart light with self-truth. For the first time, his work a reflection of his honest spirit. Rin picks up a small cracked fragment, its edges sharp yet luminous, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the valley's authenticity to hold as they sit. "Honor your core," he says. Taro holds the fragment, its coolness grounding him, his breath slowing as he mirrors the hyrax's unpretentious glow, his unease about pretense fading like shadows in the twilight. Rin sits beside him, the hyrax's stillness a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart steady, his journey now a path of authenticity. That night, he dreams of a valley where every crack shines with truth, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with genuineness. The Buddha taught, authenticity is the light of the true self. With it, you walk in peace. This Zen principle of authenticity invites you to honor your inner truth, finding tranquil insight in living genuinely, like a cracked stone glowing with its core. Some traditions believe authenticity requires meditative practice to align with the self, while others see it as a natural strength when you reject pretense. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The hyrax's presence, like an authentic heart, brings peace when you honor your core. Its genuineness, a guide to tranquil insight, like a valley glistening in the dusk, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a steadfast spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's unease mirrors your own when you hide your true self, perhaps conforming to others, fearing rejection or losing your voice, like a stonecutter shaping for approval. The cracked stone valley, its hyrax resting with ease, is like authenticity. It invites you to honor your inner truth, finding peace in living genuinely, like a fragment reflecting its light, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with strength. Zen teaches that pretense dims your spirit, but authenticity brings clarity, like a hyrax thriving among the cracks, allowing you to sleep with a true heart and rise with an honest spirit, as if your core has always been yours to claim. Rin's cracked fragment, sharp yet luminous, shows that authenticity begins with honor, breathing, being true, its glow a spark of peace, like a single fissure in the stone. His twilight presence one with the valley's rhythm, embodies a life of authentic awareness, each moment a reflection of truth. Like dust settling on the rock, the valley's cool air, scented with soil, mirrors your capacity to find authenticity, each breath a chance to rest in life's honest flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative authenticity to align with the self, others, the spontaneous strength of a genuine heart. Both paths lead to the same valley. Authenticity whispers insight, like a crack shining with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the hyrax's glow, soft and true, shining through this moment's quiet. Can you sense an unease about pretense? Perhaps a fear of rejection, a hidden self? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the valley. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a doubtful mind? Let them settle, like dust on the stone. You might reflect on a moment you masked your truth, as Tarot did. What would it feel like to honor your core, to find authenticity like the hyrax's steady light? No need to answer. Let the question drift like a breeze in the air. Imagine sitting with Rin, the fragment in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The valley whispers, authenticity lights. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to be true, to rest in life's luminous flow. As you exhale, feel your heart steady, ready to carry this genuineness into your dreams. Awakening with peace tomorrow, the cracked stone valley's authentic glow fades, and now you walk along a moonlit shore at twilight, where a gentle beach stretches beneath a sky dominated by a full moon, its silver light casting a shimmering path across the waves that lap softly against the sand, illuminating scattered shells and driftwood in a dance of ethereal peace. The shore is quiet, save for the rhythmic whisper of the tide, its waters blending with the moon's glow to create a serene mosaic, a quiet sanctuary of acceptance in the dusk's stillness. The air is cool, scented with the briny tang of seawater and the subtle freshness of night-blooming lilies, each breath slowing to match the shore's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of acceptance in the twilight's embrace. A crab moves slowly across the sand, its deliberate pace a symbol of peaceful surrender, drawing you deeper into this moment's warm reconciliation. Your body rests heavily, as if the shore's sandy earth cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the radiant peace of now. Tarot, the young fisherman you met in the cracked stone valley, walks along this moonlit shore beside the Zen monk Rin, the cracked fragment from their last meeting still in his satchel, its luminous edge, a reminder of the authenticity he's beginning to embrace in his true self. The hyrax's unpretentious presence has steadied his heart with genuineness, bringing him confidence, but a quiet resistance lingers, a struggle to accept life's imperfections, his own flaws, dimming his tranquil insight. They stand by the water's edge, the crab's accepting crawl, and the moon's reflection, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Tarot watches the crab move with quiet grace, embracing the sand's unevenness, and turns to Rin. I've found authenticity in my true self, he says, but I resist life's flaws. How do I find acceptance to let go? Rin sits on a driftwood log, his ash-gray robes catching the moon's glow. his eyes tracing the crab's steady crawl, his face serene as the shore's silver expanse. "Feel its step," he says, his voice soft as the tides retreat. Taro observes the crab, its movement a gentle acceptance of the shore's imperfections, navigating with peace rather than resistance, a mirror of reconciliation amidst the moonlit calm. Rin shares a story of a fisherman named Soma, who once fished along a shore like this, his heart heavy with resistance to his failures. Lost catches, rough seas, his acceptance dimmed by struggle. Soma fished with tension until one twilight he saw a crab like this, its crawl teaching him to embrace his flaws, to find peace in the tide's flow. The crab's acceptance gave Soma lightness, his heart free with reconciliation for the first time, his life a dance of peace under the moon. Rin picks up a small moonlit shell, its surface cool and smooth, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the shore's acceptance to hold as they sit. "Accept with the tide," he says. Taro holds the shell, its coolness grounding him, his breath softening as he mirrors the crab's peaceful step, his resistance fading like waves in the twilight. Rin sits beside him, the crab's crawl a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart ease, his journey now a path of acceptance. That night, he dreams of a shore where every wave mends his soul, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with grace. The Buddha taught, acceptance is the heart's release. In embracing all, you find peace. This Zen principle of acceptance invites you to let go of resistance, finding tranquil insight through reconciliation with life's imperfections, like a crab moving with the shore. Some traditions believe acceptance requires meditative practice to dissolve struggle, while others see it as a natural peace when you cease fighting. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The crab's step, like an accepting heart, brings peace when you embrace flaws. Its grace, a guide to tranquil insight, like a moonlit wave in the dusk, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a light spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's resistance mirrors your own when you fight life's imperfections, perhaps rejecting failures, resisting change, or struggling with flaws. Like a fisherman battling the sea's roughness, the moonlit shore, its crab moving with ease, is like acceptance. It invites you to let go of resistance, finding peace through reconciliation, like a shell smoothed by the tide, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with grace. Zen teaches that resisting flaws creates tension, but acceptance brings clarity, like a crab's crawl embracing the sand, allowing you to sleep with a free heart and rise with a peaceful spirit, as if harmony has always been within reach. Rin's moonlit shell, cool and smooth, shows that acceptance begins with embrace, breathing, letting go of struggle, its coolness a spark of peace, like a single reflection on the shore. His twilight presence, one with the shore's rhythm, embodies a life of accepting awareness, each moment a reconciliation with life, like a wave shaping the sand. The shore's cool air, scented with lilies, mirrors your capacity to accept, each breath a chance to rest in life's gentle flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative acceptance to dissolve resistance, others the spontaneous peace of a reconciled heart. Both paths lead to the same shore. Acceptance whispers insight, like a tide glowing with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the crab's step, soft and accepting, moving through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a resistance, perhaps a fight with flaws, a rejection of imperfection? Notice it gently, like a wave on the shore. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a tense mind? Let them ease, like sand in the tide. You might reflect on a moment you resisted, as Taro did. What would it feel like to embrace your flaws? To find acceptance like the crab's gentle crawl? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a breeze in the night. Imagine sitting with Rin, the shell in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The shore whispers, acceptance frees. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to let go, to rest in life's luminous flow. As you exhale, feel your heart lighten, ready to carry this grace into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The moonlit shores accepting peace fades, and now you walk through a wind-swept hollow at dawn, where a shallow depression lies nestled between rolling hills, its surface covered with wind-sculpted grasses that sway gently under a sky of soft gold and pale rose, the first light casting a warm glow across the rugged terrain. The hollow hums with a steady breeze that dances through the grasses, their resilience a quiet testament to inner strength amidst the morning stillness. The air is crisp, scented with the sharp tang of wild grass and the faint earthiness of dew-kissed earth, each breath slowing to match the hollow's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of strength in the dawn's embrace. A wild stallion stands at the hollow's center, its mane flowing with the wind, a symbol of unyielding power, drawing you deeper into this moment's resolute calm. Your body rests heavily, as if the hollow's earthy ground steadies you, each exhale softening into the radiant peace of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met on the moonlit shore, walks through this wind-swept hollow beside the Zen monk Rin, the moonlit shell from their last meeting still in his satchel, its cool smoothness a reminder of the acceptance he's beginning to embrace for life's imperfections. The crab's gentle crawl has eased his resistance, bringing him reconciliation, but a quiet vulnerability lingers, a fear that he lacks the strength to face future trials, dimming his tranquil insight. They move through the hollow, the stallion's powerful presence, and the grasses sway a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Taro watches the stallion stand firm, its strength unshaken by the wind, and turns to Rin. "I've accepted life's flaws," he says, "but I fear I'm too weak for what's ahead. How do I find strength to endure?" Rin pauses by a swaying grass, his ash-gray robes catching the sunrise's glow, his eyes tracing the stallion's steady stance, his face serene as the hollow's golden expanse. "Feel it stand," he says, his voice soft as the breezes. Taro observes the stallion, its body a pillar of strength, enduring the wind with quiet power, a symbol of resilience amidst the hollow's calm. Rin shares a story of a shepherd named Soma, who once tended flocks in a hollow like this, his heart trembling with vulnerability, storms, predators, and isolation threatening his resolve, his strength dimmed by fear, Soma herded with doubt, until one dawn he saw a wild stallion like this, its stand teaching him to draw inner power, to face trials with courage. The stallion's strength gave Soma fortitude, his heart light with resilience for the first time, his life a dance of power through the wind. Rin breaks off a small grass stem, its surface cool and resilient, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the hollow's strength to hold as they walk. Draw from within, he says. Taro holds the stem, its coolness grounding him, his breath slowing as he mirrors the stallion's unyielding stand, his vulnerability fading like shadows in the dawn. Rin walks beside him, the stallion's gaze a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart fortify, his journey now a path of strength. That night, he dreams of a hollow where every wind fuels his power, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with inner resilience. The Buddha taught, strength arises from the inner self. With it, you conquer all fears. This Zen principle of strength invites you to draw resilience from within, finding tranquil insight through inner power, like a wild stallion standing in the wind. Some traditions believe strength requires meditative practice to build fortitude, while others see it as a natural force when you trust your core. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The stallion's stand, like a strong heart, brings peace when you draw from within, its power a guide to tranquil insight, like a grass swaying in the dawn, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a robust spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's vulnerability mirrors your own when you doubt your strength, perhaps a fear of trials, a sense of weakness, or a lack of resilience. Like a shepherd facing the storm, the wind-swept hollow, its stallion standing with grace, is like strength. It invites you to draw power from within, finding insight through inner fortitude, like a grass stem enduring the breeze, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with courage. Zen teaches that vulnerability shakes your spirit, but strength brings clarity, like a stallion's mane flowing with the wind, allowing you to sleep with a fortified heart and rise with a resilient spirit, as if power has always been your foundation. Rin's grass stem, cool and resilient, shows that strength begins with drawing in, breathing, trusting your core, its texture a spark of peace, like a single blade in the hollow. His dawn-lit presence, one with the hollow's rhythm, embodies a life of strong awareness, each moment a stand against trials, like a hill rising through the light. The hollow's crisp air, scented with grass, mirrors your capacity to find strength, each breath a chance to rest in life's steady flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative strength to face fear. Others, the spontaneous resilience of a centered heart. Both paths lead to the same hollow. Strength whispers insight, like a wind weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the stallion's stand, soft and strong, holding through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a vulnerability? Perhaps a fear of weakness, a doubt in trials. Notice it gently, like a gust in the hollow. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a trembling breath? Let them steady, like a rock in the wind. You might reflect on a moment you felt frail, as Tarot did. What would it feel like to draw from within, to find strength like the stallion's unyielding presence? No need to answer. Let the question drift like dew in the air. Imagine walking with Rin, the stem in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The hollow whispers, strength rises. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to endure, to rest in life's luminous flow. As you exhale, feel your heart fortify, ready to carry this resilience into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The wind-swept hollows' resilient strength fades, and now you walk along a quiet ridge at night, where a gentle crest stretches beneath the sky, filled with a tapestry of stars, their soft silver light casting a gentle glow across the smooth stones and sparse grasses that line the path. The ridge is still, save for the occasional whisper of a cool breeze that brushes the grass, creating a peaceful silence that envelops the landscape, a quiet sanctuary of tranquility in the midnight's stillness. The air is cool, scented with the crisp tang of mountain air and the faint earthiness of dew-covered grass, each breath slowing to match the ridge's tranquil rhythm, a tender lullaby of peace in the starlit embrace. A lone wolf rests on a stone, its steady breathing a symbol of inner calm, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene stillness. Your body rests heavily, as if the ridge's rocky earth cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the radiant peace of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met in the wind-swept hollow, walks along this quiet ridge beside the Zen monk Rin, the grass stem from their last meeting still in his satchel, its cool resilience a reminder of the strength he's beginning to embrace within himself. The stallion's unyielding stand has fortified his inner power, bringing him resilience, but a quiet agitation lingers, a restless energy that disrupts his calm, dimming his tranquil insight. They traverse the ridge, the wolf's peaceful presence and the starlight's glow, a silent lesson in the midnight's light. Taro watches the wolf rest with quiet composure, its breath sinking with the ridge's stillness, and turns to Rin. "I've found strength within," he says, "but I still feel restless. How do I find peace to settle my heart?" Rin sits on a smooth stone, his ash-gray robes catching the starlight's glow, his eyes tracing the wolf's calm gaze, his face serene as the ridge's silver expanse. "Feel its rest," he says, his voice soft as the breeze's whisper. Taro observes the wolf, its presence a deep peace, embracing the night's quiet without struggle, a mirror of tranquility amidst the ridge's calm. Rin shares a story of a monk named Soma, who once meditated on a ridge like this, his heart agitated by daily worries, village disputes, fishing yields, his peace dimmed by unrest. Soma meditated with tension until one night he saw a lone wolf like this, its rest teaching him to settle his mind, to find calm in the starlight. The wolf's peace gave Soma serenity, his heart light with stillness for the first time. his meditation a dance of tranquility with the ridge. Rin plucks a small dewdrop-covered grass blade, its surface cool and glistening, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the ridge's peace to hold as they sit. Rest in the silence, he says. Taro holds the blade, its coolness grounding him, his breath slowing as he mirrors the wolf's peaceful rest, his agitation fading like shadows in the starlight. Rin sits beside him, the wolf's steady breath a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart settle, his journey now a path of peace. That night, he dreams of a ridge where every star sings of calm, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with serene stillness. The Buddha taught, peace is the mind's refuge. In stillness, you find a true insight. This Zen principle of peace invites you to settle your heart, discovering tranquil insight through inner calm, like a lone wolf resting on a quiet ridge. Some traditions believe peace requires meditative practice to quiet the mind, while others see it as a natural state when you release agitation. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The wolf's rest, like a peaceful heart, brings insight when you find stillness. Its tranquility a guide to tranquil insight, like a star glowing in the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a serene spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's agitation mirrors your own when you feel restless, perhaps unsettled by daily worries, a racing mind, or a lack of calm. Like a monk troubled by village disputes, the quiet ridge, its wolf resting with grace, is like peace. It invites you to settle your heart, finding insight through inner stillness, like a dewdrop-covered blade catching the light, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with tranquility. Zen teaches that restlessness clouds your way, but peace brings clarity, like a wolf's breath sinking with the night, allowing you to sleep with a calm heart and rise with a peaceful spirit, as if serenity has always been your refuge. Rin's dewdrop-covered blade, cool and glistening, shows that peace begins with rest, breathing, releasing agitation, its freshness a spark of calm, like a single star on the ridge. His starlit presence, one with the ridge's rhythm, embodies a life of peaceful awareness, each moment a settling of the soul, like a stone standing through the night. The ridge's cool air, scented with grass, mirrors your capacity to find peace, each breath a chance to rest in life's quiet flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative peace to still the mind, others, the spontaneous tranquility of a settled heart. Both paths lead to the same ridge. Peace whispers insight, like a breeze weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the wolf's rest, soft and peaceful, settling through this moment's quiet. Can you sense an agitation, perhaps a restless mind, an unsettled heart? Notice it gently, like a shadow on the ridge. What sensations stir? A racing breath, a tense body? Let them ease, like dew in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you felt restless, as Taro did. What would it feel like to find calm, to discover peace like the wolf's steady presence? No need to answer. Let the question fade like a whisper in the air. Imagine sitting with Rin, the blade in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The ridge whispers, peace, calms, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to settle, to rest in life's luminous rhythm. As you exhale, feel your heart quiet, ready to carry this tranquility into your dreams, awakening with serenity tomorrow. The quiet ridge's peaceful stillness fades, and now you climb a thunder vale at dusk, where a steep incline rises beneath a sky torn by dark clouds, their edges lit by jagged flashes of lightning that illuminate the rocky slopes in brief dramatic bursts of silver and gray. The vale trembles with the deep rumble of thunder, its wind carrying the sharp scent of rain, while resilient vines cling to the stone, their green a defiant thread of life amidst the tempest's fury. The air is charged, scented with the electric tang of ozone and the faint dampness of the approaching storm, each breath slowing to match the vale's intense rhythm, a powerful pulse of courage in the twilight's embrace. A thunderbird soars through the tempest, its wings cutting through the wind with bold grace, drawing you deeper into this moment's courageous resolve. Your body rests heavily, as if the vale's rugged stone steadies you. Each exhale, a release into the radiant strength of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met on the quiet ridge, climbs this thunder vale beside the Zen monk Rin, the dewdrop-covered blade from their last meeting still in his satchel, its cool freshness a reminder of the peace he's beginning to embrace within his restless heart. The wolf's serene rest has settled his agitation, bringing him calm, but a quiet fear lingers, a dread of confronting the bold challenges ahead, the storms of doubt and adversity threatening his tranquil insight. They ascend the vale, the thunder rolling around them, the thunderbird's fearless flight, a silent lesson in the twilight's stormy light. Taro grips his net fragment tightly, its frayed threads a symbol of his hesitation, and turns to Rin. "I've found peace in my heart," he says, "but I fear facing the storms ahead. How do I find courage to move forward?" Rin braces against the wind, his ash-gray robes billowing with the storm, his eyes tracing the thunderbird's daring soar, his face serene as the vale's tempestuous expanse. "Follow its wings," he says, his voice steady as the thunders roll. Taro watches the thunderbird, its wings slicing through the tempest with fearless precision, undaunted by the lightning's flash or the wind's force, a symbol of courage amidst the vale's chaos. Rin shares a story of a sailor named Soma who once navigated a vale like this, her heart heavy with fear of the storm. She sought new waters, but dreaded the thunder and waves, her courage dimmed by the unknown. Soma sailed with hesitation, until one dusk she saw a thunderbird like this, its flight teaching her to face the tempest with valor, to trust her path through the chaos. The thunderbird's boldness gave Soma resolve, her heart fearless for the first time, her journey a dance of bravery under the thunder. Rin catches a raindrop on his palm, its coolness a spark of strength, and hands Taro a small, storm-tossed feather, its edges weathered, yet vibrant, a piece of the vale's courage to hold as they climb. "Step through the storm," he says. Taro holds the feather, its roughness grounding him, his breath steadying as he mirrors the thunderbird's fearless soar, his fear of challenges fading like lightning in the distance. Rin climbs beside him, the thunderbird's cry a fierce companion, and Taro feels his heart rise, his journey now a path of courage. That night, he dreams of a vale where every thunder fuels his bravery, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with bold resolve. The Buddha taught, courage is the heart's fire. With it, you conquer fear and find liberation. This Zen principle of courage urges you to face life's storms with steadfast resolve, discovering tranquil insight through a bold spirit, like a thunderbird soaring through the tempest. Some traditions believe courage requires meditative clarity to overcome doubt, while others see it as a natural response to life's challenges. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The thunderbird's flight, like a courageous heart, brings peace when you confront the storm. Its strength, a guide to tranquil insight, like thunder rumbling in the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a fearless spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's fear mirrors your own. When life's challenges intimidate you, perhaps a dread of the unknown, a hesitation to take risks, or a fear of failure, like a sailor fearing the storm's wrath, the thunder veil, its thunderbird gliding with grace, is like courage. It invites you to face your fears head on, stepping through the tempest with a bold heart, like a vine clinging to the rock, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with strength. Zen teaches that fear shrinks your spirit, but courage expands it, like a thunderbird's wings cutting through the wind, allowing you to sleep with a fearless heart and rise with a strong spirit, as if the storm has always held a path. Rin's storm-tossed feather, rough yet vibrant, shows that courage begins with stepping forward, breathing, facing the challenge. Its resilience, a spark of resolve, like a single flash of lightning. His storm-lit presence, one with the veil's rhythm, embodies a life of fearless determination, each moment a stand against the tempest, like a stone enduring the rain. The veil's charged air, scented with ozone, mirrors your capacity to find courage, each breath a chance to rest in life's bold strength. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative courage to conquer fear, others the spontaneous bravery of a steadfast heart. Both paths lead to the same veil. Courage whispers insight like a thunderbird soaring with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the thunderbird's wings, bold and steady, cutting through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a fear of challenges, perhaps an uncertainty, a hesitation to face a storm? Notice it gently, like a rumble in the veil. What sensations stir? A racing heart, a tense grip. Let them steady, like a rock in the wind. You might reflect on a moment you felt afraid, as Taro did. What would it feel like to face it with courage, to step through like the thunderbird's flight in the tempest? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like rain in the air. Imagine climbing with Rin, the feather in your hand, its roughness grounding you. The veil whispers, courage rises, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to confront fear, to rest in life's bold flow. As you exhale, feel your heart rise, ready to carry this resolve into your dreams, awakening with peace. Tomorrow, the thunder veil's courageous strength fades, and now you walk toward a golden horizon at dawn, where a vast expanse of rolling plains stretches beneath a sky, awash with hues of gold, coral, and soft lavender, the first light casting a warm glow across the gentle hills and scattered wild grasses. The horizon shimmers with a delicate haze, its edges blending earth and sky into a seamless unity, creating a quiet sanctuary of presence in the morning stillness. The air is fresh, scented with the earthy tang of dew-kissed grass and the subtle sweetness of blooming wildflowers, each breath slowing to match the horizon's tranquil rhythm, a tender lullaby of mindfulness in the dawn's embrace. A golden finch rises from the plains, its song a joyful thread weaving through the light, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant awareness. Your body rests heavily, as if the horizon's nurturing earth cradles you, each exhale adrift into the serene calm of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met on the Thunder Veil, walks toward this golden horizon beside the Zen monk Rin, the storm-tossed feather from their last meeting still in his satchel, its vibrant resilience a reminder of the courage he is beginning to embrace in facing challenges. The Thunderbird's bold flight has fortified his heart to confront life's storms, but a quiet absence lingers, a mind that drifts from the present, missing the fullness of each moment, dimming his tranquil insight. They approach the horizon, the finch's uplifting song, and the dawn's glow, a silent lesson in the morning's light. Taro watches the finch soar with full presence, its song a celebration of the now, and turns to Rin. "I've found courage to face my fears," he says, "but my mind wanders from the moment. How do I find presence to stay here?" Rin stands on a grassy rise, his ash-gray robes catching the sunrise's glow, his eyes tracing the finch's graceful flight, his face serene as the horizon's golden expanse. "Feel its song," he says, his voice soft as the finch's melody. Taro closes his eyes, feeling the dawn's warmth on his face, the finch's joy, a quiet anchor in the present, a mirror of presence amidst the horizon's radiance. Rin shares a story of a wanderer named Soma, who once roamed a horizon like this, his heart absent from the now, lost in past regrets or future plans. His insight dimmed by distraction, Soma wandered with a drifting mind, until one dawn he heard a golden finch like this, its song teaching him to live fully in the moment, to feel the horizon's light. The finch's presence gave Soma depth, his heart light with mindfulness. For the first time, his journey a dance of awareness with the dawn. Rin plucks a small wildflower, its petals soft and fragrant, and hands it to Taro, a piece of the horizon's presence to hold as they sit. "Live in this light," he says. Taro holds the flower, its freshness grounding him, his breath slowing as he mirrors the finch's present song, his absent mind fading like mist in the sunrise. Rin sits beside him, the finch's melody a gentle companion, and Taro feels his heart anchor, his journey now a path of presence. That night, he dreams of a horizon where every dawn holds the now, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with full awareness. The Buddha taught, presence is the heart's light. In the now, you find true insight. This Zen principle of presence invites you to anchor fully in the moment, discovering tranquil insight through mindful awareness. Like a golden finch singing at dawn, some traditions believe presence requires meditative practice to center the mind, while others see it as a natural clarity when you let go of past and future. Rin's lesson to tarot reflects this. The finch's song, like a present heart, brings peace when you live in the now. It's mindfulness, a guide to tranquil insight, like a sunrise lighting the horizon, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a centered spirit. What does this mean for you? Tarot's absence mirrors your own when your mind drifts, perhaps lost in past regrets or future worries, missing the present's depth. Like a wanderer, blind to the dawn's light, the golden horizon, its finch rising with joy, is like presence. It invites you to anchor in the now, finding insight through full awareness, like a wildflower catching the glow, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with clarity. Zen teaches that a wandering mind clouds your way, but presence brings insight, like a finch's song lifting the air, allowing you to sleep with a steady heart and rise with a mindful spirit, as if the moment has always held wisdom. Rin's wildflower, soft with dawn's fragrance, shows that presence begins with being, breathing, living here, its sweetness a spark of calm, like a single ray on the horizon. His dawn-lit presence, one with the horizon's rhythm, embodies a life of mindful awareness, each moment a full embrace, like a hill standing in the light. The horizon's fresh air, scented with flowers, mirrors your capacity to find presence, each breath a chance to rest in life's quiet flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative presence to center the mind, others, the spontaneous clarity of a present heart. Both paths lead to the same horizon. Presence whispers insight, like a dawn weaving with timeless harmony. The golden horizon's mindful presence fades, and now you walk toward a tranquil vale at dawn, where a soft curtain of mist rises from a mountain pass, its edges glowing with the first light of a sky painted in coral, gold, and soft lavender, blending into the rugged cliffs and gentle slopes below. The vale shimmers with a delicate luminescence, its mist weaving with the morning breeze to create a quiet sanctuary of wisdom in the stillness. The air is fresh, scented with the crisp tang of mountain air and the subtle sweetness of alpine flowers, each breath slowing to match the vale's harmonious rhythm. A tender lullaby of insight in the dawn's embrace. A mountain dove glides through the mist, its wings a symbol of serene wisdom, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant peace. Your body rests heavily, as if the vale's misty earth cradles you, each exhale adrift into the serene calm of now. Taro, the young fisherman you met on the golden horizon, walks toward this tranquil vale beside the Zen monk Rin, the wildflower from their last meeting still in his satchel, its soft fragrance a reminder of the presence he's beginning to embrace in each moment. The finch's joyful song has anchored his mind in the now, deepening his awareness, but a quiet wonder lingers. how to sustain this insight, this tranquil wisdom in his daily life beyond his quest for peace. They reach the vale's edge. The dove is wise glide, and the mists glow, a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Taro watches the dove soar with a clear, serene purpose, its flight a symbol of wisdom guiding the mist, and turns to Rin. I've found presence in the moment, he says, but how do I live this insight each day, in every breath? Rin stands within the veil, his ash-gray robes catching the dawn's glow, his eyes tracing the dove's graceful arc, his face serene as the veil's golden expanse. Be as the mist, he says, his voice soft as the dove's coo. Taro gazes at the veil, its luminescence blending with the pass, each wisp touching the cliffs, the air, the dove with equal wisdom, a promise of tranquil insight in every new day. Rin shares a story of a seeker named Soma, who once stood by a veil like this, her heart seeking a lasting insight that would endure beyond her journey, her quest for peace. Soma found this tranquil veil, the mist whispering to her heart, showing her that each day was a renewal, a chance to live with the insight she'd found. Through accepting turmoil, stillness, compassion, letting go, presence, empathy, reflection, endurance, hope, unity, intention, harmony, liberation, authenticity, acceptance, strength, and peace, all woven into courage and presence. Soma carried this wisdom into each moment, her spirit renewed with every dawn, her life a dance of tranquil insight with the light. Rin plucks a small alpine flower from the mist, its petals soft and radiant, a piece of the veil's insight to hold as they rest. Insight blooms each dawn, he says. Taro holds the flower, its freshness grounding him, his breath slowing as he feels his journey's lessons weave into his daily life, his heart awakening to insight with the veil's glow. Rin rests beside him. The doves glide a gentle lullaby, and Taro feels his heart rise, his journey now a path of tranquil insight. That night, he dreams of a veil where every mist reveals wisdom, waking with a heart ready to live each day with serene clarity. The Buddha taught, insight is the mind's light. Live it in every breath, and you will find awakening. This Zen principle of tranquil insight invites you to sustain wisdom in daily life, renewing your spirit with each dawn, like a tranquil veil reflecting the light. Some traditions believe insight requires meditative presence to anchor clarity, while others see it as a natural state when you embrace the moment. Rin's lesson to Taro reflects this. The veil's glow, like an insightful heart, brings peace when you live it fully. Its wisdom, a guide to tranquil awakening, like a dove soaring in the dawn, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a joyful spirit. What does this mean for you? Taro's wonder mirrors your own when you seek to hold insight in daily life, perhaps wondering how to sustain peace amidst routine, how to live your wisdom. Like a seeker longing for lasting clarity, the tranquil veil, its light touching the pass with warmth, is like tranquil insight. It invites you to awaken each day with the wisdom you found. letting each dawn renew your spirit, like an alpine flower catching the glow, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with joy. Zen teaches that insight isn't a distant goal, but a daily practice, like a dove gliding with purpose, allowing you to sleep with a bright heart and rise with a clear spirit, as if each moment is a fresh awakening. Rin's alpine flower, soft with dawn's radiance, shows that insight begins with living, breathing, embracing the now, its freshness, a spark of wisdom, like a single wisp in the veil. His dawn-lit presence, one with the veil's rhythm, embodies a life of insightful awareness. Each sunrise, a new clarity, like a cliff in the light. The veil's fresh air, scented with flowers, mirrors your capacity to live with insight each day, each breath a chance to rest in life's wise flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to sustain insight, others, the spontaneous joy of a present heart. Both paths lead to the same veil. Insight whispers, awakening, like a dawn weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the veil's glow, soft and wise, rising in this moment's quiet. Can you sense a wonder about sustaining insight? Perhaps a question about daily life, a desire to hold this peace. Notice it gently, like a mist on the veil. What sensations stir? A quiet hope, a warm heart? Let them drift like a breeze in the dawn. You might reflect on how to carry this insight forward as Taro did. What would it feel like to live each day with wisdom, to find peace in this breath, like a dove's serene flight? No need to answer. Let the question dissolve, like dew in the light. As sleep wraps you closer, your breath grows softer, each inhale a dawn, each exhale a release. Thoughts float by, clouds passing without weight. Let them go. The veil holds you, its silence a lullaby. Carry this insight into your dreams, where light shines within and without. End of script. May you find peace and rest